Alright, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Hells Angels versus Venezuelan Gangs. This is coming from the channel JD Delay. Alright, let's check it out. Let's see where this takes us, guys. Let's do it like this. Let's jump into it.
Have you guys heard about what's going on in Aurora, Colorado?
I mean, they're taking over the city. They're taking over apartment complexes.
And like New York and Chicago.
This is happening all over, just not Colorado. But the Colorado thing caught the imagination because there were many of them.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
With the biggest weapons that you've ever seen.
So this is a gang from Venezuela called Tren de Agua. And what happened in Venezuela is the government let a bunch of these dudes out of prison and sent them to go cross the border. To come over here. Right. Thanks, Venezuela.
Right, they're going to come hang out with us, guys. Really quickly, let me go to flush it out a little bit. So yeah, they come from the Aragua state. They basically have been running that prison. Bro, they had like nightclubs and women inside of this club, guys. Right? They had pools and they had a zoo also. Yeah, so of course, they're doing all this. The Venezuelan government's like, listen, it's time for you guys to go.
And now they're taking over whole apartment complexes out there in Aurora, Colorado.
And charging people rent.
A lot of damage in New York. And El Paso, Texas is on high alert right now because of how much damage they're doing out there. But America already has its own organizations and criminal elements, and none of them are taking too kindly to any of this. One in specifically who's been rumored to be stepping up, and we're going to talk about that right now, is the Hells Angels. So the Hells Angels are one of the first and one of the most powerful biker MCs on the entire planet. And if they're coming for you, it's already guaranteed.
It's time to go.
You need to stop, drop, roll, dig a little hole, crawl inside it, and probably die before they get their hands on you.
Yeah, but they don't know.
Some of these dudes, and they were great to do business with because they acted very professionally, but they are definitely no
Bro, who is this man?
Joke, and you do not want to piss these dudes off.
JD
and the internet is exploding with rumors right now that the Hells Angels are on their way to Aurora, Colorado to deal with Tren de Agua. So let's get into this and see what we can figure out, if there's any truth to that or if there's not, and what we think is going to happen when they face off with these Venezuelans.
Pretty sure this man just said, like, train of water, potentially.
Right now, Aurora police officers, they're patrolling areas of suspected gang activity, and that includes this apartment building. This is the one at Dallas Street and 12th Avenue, where Venezuelan gang members have been caught on camera with guns breaking into units.
Wait. I thought none of this was actually happening, and everybody who was saying anything about what was going on is a racist. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. We caught it on video. It went national news, and now Trump and Kamala Harris are both talking about this.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
And it's just been established as a fact, and even the governor is talking about it. Funny how that works, huh?
Now, so much of this has been the focus of national attention this week. We have been reporting on this at the local level for weeks, but police now say they're there as well, engaging with residents.
Thank God. Nobody's going to have to shoot their own dog because now the cops are there to do it for them. But to be completely fair,
Hey, that's ATF you're talking about. But either way,
pretty sure that the cops have known that this was a real life thing for at least a couple of weeks because they had a shootout with them. And it was established that the higher ups in this organization have put a green light for them to attack any cops who tried to stop or pursue them while they were committing crimes.
Aurora leaders say the city, it's a safe place to live, to work, to shop.
Hey Jax, they said it's completely safe to live in Aurora. Should we go buy a house there?
Nah, I'm good.
Bro, your energy makes me want to do drugs. I'm just going to go ahead and point that out.
Looks super safe to me either.
The video shows a group of men walking up a stairwell at the Edge Lowry apartment complex in Aurora. All of them appear to be carrying rifles and handguns, and the video shot earlier this month.
So I think at this point we've clearly established that if you are an American, if you are a law-abiding citizen, if you're even an American criminal, these dudes have now become the ops. So let's talk about the unsung heroes of this situation who are stepping in and are going to be doing something about this. The Hells Angels. And the internet has been flooded with rumors at this point that this is going to happen, but I have actually gotten in touch with someone who is an actual Hells Angel in the state of Colorado, and I'm going to tell you what they said.
How did you actually do that?
Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that if the Hells Angels want to move on these dudes in Colorado, they do not have to flood in from other states. Colorado already has multiple chapters of the Hells Angels that are there, they're ready, and they're equipped to handle business if that's what they want to do. Now, could they call in backup? Absolutely, 100%. But each chapter would have to vote on that because that's the way that they work. They have autonomy. It's not all just run by one centralized government in their organization. What my contact on the inside in Colorado has told
guys, did you see that guy right there? Hold on.
Centralized government in their organization. What my contact
right here, this guy's cut here. What's interesting is, so guys, I live in Spain half the year, and I want to go ahead and point out a couple of things. I have ran into these guys in Spain, but never the United States of America. And generally, I see like Granada or specifically on their back, but definitely Spain also, but generally says Granada, Spain.
On the inside in Colorado has told me
Interesting
is that they
individuals.
have plans to roll up. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's a direct quote. And of course, that's an intentionally vague statement, which I would expect nothing less. Because what you have to understand about these organizations is they're under constant surveillance, and they're always under the threat of RICO Act, which would not only affect them, but affect their brotherhood worldwide. But what does that actually mean? All I can say on that is, if you know, you know. And a big shout out, love, and respect to all the homies out there in Colorado. I'm not going to get too deep into their politics. It's not really my business. I am not a member of their organization. But what I will say is that there is the potential for this to go higher and higher. And
I'm not going to lie, guys. I think he's a part of some type of organization, though. I don't know, okay? His energy is incredibly interesting, okay? But he's delivering just straight facts here, guys.
If these ops want to escalate the situation with them. In fact, other chapters from around the country have already issued a public warning to this Venezuelan gang if they don't stop, cease, and desist, like, immediately.
Let this be a lesson to the gang members in Aurora, Colorado. Please heed my warning. I did 10 years in the joint in the state of Kentucky. I'm telling you right now, the people that are coming, known as the Hells Angels, are not to be fucked with. You are getting ready to have a large swarm of men who are like-minded, brotherhood-driven, and will not govern themselves by the laws in which that you think that they will. You are getting ready to have force that you have never experienced in your life.
I believe him.
And people that live on a certain side of the law may be perceived as whatever, but I promise you this. We know that you're taking advantage of defenseless people. You will be the ones calling the law. Because you do not want men like me and the people that we associate with to descend upon you. Because we will not care about evidence. We will not care about any of that shit. There will be guns. There will be knives. And there will be no more time for questions. Please leave before you force the hand of a power that you do not know the extent of how far it reaches. If you try to meet them with any type of resistance, you will die. You will die in the street. They are gonna fuck you up.
Now, I don't know about you.
I want to send this man to multiple places. That man scares the life out of me. He does also. I'm sorry. I get it. He sounds very, nice and jovial and somewhat kind, right? But he scares me. I look at him, maybe it's his beard and tattoos, potentially, right? But that guy, or the other guy, right? Oh, that man that's a bad man right there, guys. All right, again, I would want nothing to do with him under any circumstance. So you know what? I want to send him to multiple places, mainly New York. Okay. Okay. I am absolutely stalling currently because I am trying to get the image of that man out of my brain, guys. And he's absolutely frightening. Yeah, send him specifically.
Y'all, but I got that message loud and clear. I was absolutely picking up what he was putting down. I think he spelled that out absolutely perfectly. And if these dudes don't listen, I promise you, these are those ones, man. And then we need to talk about the possibilities beyond that. Because if they have any problem taking them out, the Hells Angels, there are other organizations that will step in and band with the Hells Angels. I know a lot of these people are outside of the law. That's what outlaws are. People that live outside of the law. And a lot of of them have their own inner squabbles. When it comes down to it, we are all Americans, and we do not want to see innocent people within our communities taken advantage of and done dirty the way that these people from the outside are. There are bitter rivalries between certain MCs. I'm not going to get into which ones. That's not my business, because I am not a patched member of any of these MCs. But I can tell you,
I'm not a patched member. Are you a prospect? Potentially.
That there is a high likelihood that they would set that aside to be able to take care of the business that needs to be handled out in Colorado, in New York, in Santa Fe, all across this country if need be. And these dudes would step in and handle what needs to be handled in the way that the police are not allowed to do. If things keep going in the direction that they've been going, there is a very high likelihood that we would have a war between American outlaws and the intruders who have managed to infiltrate our country with bad intentions.
I already know somebody's going to call Cap and say that any outlaw biker is just a scumbag or a criminal, so I want to show you this and let you know.
Biker Buildoff, here we go. Down here building bikes at the clubhouse for the toy run.
Okay. Hey, listen, bro. I get the point you're trying to lay down currently. All right. This is something that has been done by every single entity that has absolutely terrified or even terrorized neighborhoods. Generally, I would say. Like, if you look at, like, in the 80s, you have like individuals like Nino Brown, right, who would basically give out turkeys while poisoning the neighborhood. I get what you're saying, bro. I get it, but just understand this is something that's commonplace with the outlaw types, guys. Right? But that doesn't change the fact that we obviously need someone, if the government is not going to do it, right? I mean, they already went to the FBI, and the FBI seems to not really be, I guess, allowed to do much there, guys. The police are also not trying to do much. That's the oddest thing in the world here, for me personally. So I get it, bro. Anyway, by any means necessary, these individuals need to obviously get packed up and sent back home, guys, right? Any means necessary.
A lot more bikes to build. Feel free to come on down tonight and build some bikes. Greatly appreciated. Getting excited. See these kids' faces and give them their bikes.
Some of these chapters are out here in real life doing more for their community than a lot of these churches out here on these streets. They just live a different type of lifestyle. They're big on their freedoms, and they have more flexible views on the laws. Now, in past videos where I've talked about the security risks and having our borders wide open, I've had quite a few people try to call me a racist. Fuck you, buddy. What race is people that are illegally migrating over here with bad intentions? It sounds to me like you got some race pigeonholed on that. I'm talking about literally everybody. Anybody who comes over here trying to perpetrate against our communities. I don't care if they're white, I don't care if they're black, I don't care if they're purple or green. If you are a scumbag coming over here to break the law and victimize our community, you are a piece of shit. Let's talk about how we got here for a second. Let me ask you guys a question. Try not to be smooth-brained about this when you ponder this, but do you lock your fucking door at your house? Do you lock your door at your car when you leave your car? Do you understand why you do that? Why are locked doors important? Do you think that it's not important to lock the doors on our nation when we have so many enemies all around the world? And now we have military-age men flooding through the border 24/7, and you think that that's just cool, man? You think that that's cool, and you want to buy this party line saying that people who are against this are somehow inherently against other races? America is a beautiful melting pot, and there's a process to come over here legally, become a part of our society, and integrate into that society in a productive way. And if you've come here to live outside of that, and you've come here to victimize people that are American citizens, I've got some news for you, bud. This is America, and we are going to fight back. And if our own government isn't willing to do what it takes to keep the American citizens safe and have our backs, but the Hells Angels are, I think I know exactly whose side I'm on. What about you guys? What do you guys think about all this? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for riding out with us tonight. And until the next one, be good or be good at it, baby. One love.
All right, guys. Whoa. I like him. I like his spirit, I like how he delivers, right? And overall, I like his message. The message is absolutely solid here. I think when it comes down to it here, guys, he's right completely, 100%. we, under all circumstances, should not just allow people just to come through our border without being vetted, right? We have procedures for this, right? Any other American, for example, if an American was to trespass onto someone's property illicitly, okay, that American most likely will go to jail for trespassing. But apparently we're just allowing people to come into our wide open border without any issues, exclusively because apparently it's just okay nowadays, guys, right? Again, we have processes for this exact thing. I don't care what the issues are here, guys. The reality is that if you do not use the CBP1 app, specifically if you're coming in, if you don't use the app, then you may not be. I can't welcome you here, bro. All right, I can't. And if the Hells Angels want to go out here and do something, bro, let them. That's where I'm at. Okay, basically. Okay, I'm absolutely against the concept of someone walking through the border and all willy nilly. That's just how I am. But either way, listen, call me what you want to call me. Trust me, I've been called all type of things, right? All day long, and I don't really care. That doesn't stop my opinion, right? Thank you for your comment, right? You know who you are. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. And again, the name of the channel was JD Daily. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.